So thank you both for making the time to chat with me today. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure the team over at Client Care also really appreciate you taking the time out.
Good.
So the first question, just give us a little bit of background about yourselves, where you are, where you're from, what stage of life you're in, anything like that would be super useful.
We were both born in Johannesburg, and we met at art school, and then we started separate careers in advertising. And then I got a wonderful opportunity to come to Cape Town. I had been on a photographic shoot to Cape Town because I'd never been here until I was like 23 or something. And then I said, no, I've got to come and live in Cape Town sometime. So I got the opportunity in 1970, and we moved down with two very young kids, children, and had a long career in advertising here. Had another child. No, advertising is an exciting career, and it was lovely, and but it's a young person's industry, and we realized, and I realized that by the time you get to 50, you must be out. At 50, in fact, a colleague and I, he was very, very well respected advertising man, and we decided to start an advertising school together. So we started in 1993. We started the Red and Yellow School, and
you've heard of it?
Yes, yeah, I have heard of it. Fantastic.
It was fantastic. So we worked at that for I was there for 13 years, and then I retired when I was 63. And we've been retired for 17 years.
Amazing. Are you still living in Cape Town?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Super.
Oh, can't you tell?
And in fact, we're very lucky because all our kids and grandkids all live in Cape Town, which is very unusual today.
Yes.
So we don't have to do any continent hopping like a lot of our friends have to do.
Yeah, amazing.
One of their birthdays, one of my daughters turned 50. It was so lovely because everybody could be there. Whereas, as Alan says, a lot of our friends, the kids are in London or New York or Halifax or somewhere like that.
That's amazing. Can you tell me how long have you been with Client Care, and how did you come to be with them?
Well, we were with Client Care before it was Client Care. So I was just trying to work it out, and I think I met Dirk when he was with his previous company, a big financial company, and I think it was at the time just after we had started the school, and the agency was organizing our pension payouts and what have you, and somehow Dirk was involved there. And then after that he went on his own, and he came to see me and chatted with me, and it developed from there. You know what I did from very early in my career, I started to buy insurance policies. So I bought property, and I bought lots of insurance policies. Each year I'd take another policy. So by the time I met Dirk, I had a whole lot of policies and addendums to policies and all sorts of things. But that was about it. And what Dirk did was that he took that and he rationalized it into investments rather than policies. And the biggest thing that he did is he sat down and we did a plan for the future. Then we started to live by that, and that was terrific.
That sounds amazing. And tell me, has your perception of financial planning changed over the years as you've moved with Dirk? Because I think what happened when he left the previous company is that he discovered lifestyle financial planning. So has that made a difference in how you approach your planning and how you think about financial planning?
Well, we had no planning. That was it. You were living from day to day, the moment to moment, and saying, well, I've got insurance policies, all those sort of things, and it should be all right. But with the planning, it worked very well because we had a beach house and we had a very nice home. But in looking at the planning, then Dirk did the long-term planning, and we said, okay, at some stage, you're going to have to decide. You're going to have to sell one house. You have to decide, do you want to live in your beach house or in your other house? And when it got to that time, we were not very pleased about it, but it was a case of saying, okay, this is the time. Now make your decision. And it was difficult. We had to sell our much loved beach house, but we were fortunate we did have it for 20 years. That was it. And then part of the plan was also to say, look, okay, later on, you're going to have to sell your other house so that you can move down in size to be able to continue living to the standard that you used to.
To continue living, period. Yeah.
So we're actually right at that stage now, and we have had not arguments, but lots of discussions about it, mainly us procrastinating. We're at the stage right now, in fact, of the house we're in, which we've also been in for 20 years, is on the market, and we're just about to get into planning our retirement, our second part of retirement, the part where maybe somebody has to start looking after us. And we didn't want to go into retirement homes or anything like that. And so we are going to do a joint living. What do we call it? Dual living with my daughter. So we are going to have a small cottage on her property. That will enable us also, that continuing plan then goes into action, that we can possibly do a few more things.
That sounds actually exciting. And I think that's going to be great for you to have a little cottage near your family. Yeah. So it sounds like you're very part of your family life and very active family life. And that's really great that you can stay in Cape Town with them. So tell me, in light of the pandemic that's been going on, how has your dealings with client care changed?
I don't think it's changed at all. You know, there was the questions in saying, hey, are we doing something? Do we have to do something? What's going on? But it was very even throughout. And I mean, nice surprise the other day that the funds obviously dropped a little bit, but have built up very nicely again. So it's really conservative consistency.
Oh, and you know, this online business meetings, they're terrific, you know. Dirk hasn't rush around, get on a plane, come flying down, make appointments. It's nice. It's actually really, we can see people, you know.
Yeah. Can you tell me, I know that Client Care have done some scenario planning with you. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I think the scenarios there are, it's virtually in saying, okay, where's your next move? Why should you make a move? And I suppose a lot of it is that where we're living at the moment, it's very expensive. The costs are going up all the time. It's not, if we try and stay here, we're not going to make it. So we have to sell to be able to get some more income out of it. Part of the plan, part of the long-term plan. Also to free us up, to give us money to be able to do something. You know, we'd like to possibly go on a few more trips. I think we've got another overseas trip in us, just one more trip perhaps to France and Italy. That's the scenario that it's working out at, you know, which is working to plan.
And you know what the other thing is, Carly, is that, you know, as you get older, you don't need 3 bedrooms and 5 showers and 4 baths and 17 lavatories and, you know, and a garden. We've got quite a large garden over there. So we kind of look into that side of it's going to be quite nice. To just unload a bit. You know?
Yeah, make things a bit more cozy.
Yeah.
So over the time that you've been with Client Care, where do you think they've provided the most value to you?
Well, the best thing is that you've got a team, a competent team that you know, and it's small enough. You're not dealing with a huge big company where people are changing all the time. You're face to face with somebody who knows you well because you've been with them for that long, and you respect their advice, and we talk things over, and that's terrific. It's a small team, and it's nice to be able to know everybody's name and to call and to be able to talk to them. You know, you're not going through switchboards and call centers and all that sort of thing.
And we can call Dirk anytime.
Amazing. And which goals have Client Care helped you achieve over the years? Is there one that kind of stands out for you?
I think it's just knowing that you've looked at, or somebody has looked at your investments carefully, and it's peace of mind. Really peace of mind.
And have you previously worked with other financial planners, and what makes client care different from other people?
No, we haven't. Dirk was the first kind of person that mentioned the word financial planner to me. Otherwise, it was really just flying by the seat of one's pants and just making sure and saying, well, we have to have something in mind. Let's just keep buying policies. Very simplistic, because it was in our careers, it was just too busy. I was a creative person, not a money person.
So you've already mentioned your plans to downscale and move into the cottage. Are there any other plans that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, a trip, and also to be free to go on other short trips. It's lovely to go around our country. It's terrific. Anywhere, just for short trips. You just go around for a week or something like that, and you don't have to worry about looking after anything. And you can actually afford to do it.
And would you recommend client care to friends and family?
Yes, we would, and we have.
We have. All our children, Dirk knows them all. They're all very naughty.
They don't listen.
I was about to say, is that because they don't listen to you, or because they don't listen to Dirk?
No, we are softies, and we listen and we take the advice and we do what he tells us, and they don't want to do that.
So you're good clients.
Oh no, we are softies, yeah.
That's fantastic. Is there anything else that you'd like to add or say about the team at Client Care?
No, as I said, it's a small team, and it's been a consistent team, and that's valuable. That's terrific to have. Very nice to have. It's nice to be able to pick up the phone and speak to somebody that you know and that knows you, and you can get the advice and you can get the money when you need it. Please send me money tomorrow.
Yeah, and Dirk's, because you've known him for so long now, he's actually become a friend, become a good friend.
That sounds amazing. Thank you both for speaking to me today. I really appreciate you taking the time. And if there's nothing else, then that's it from my side. So thanks for making the time to chat with me.